The other thing was, what was the other two? Oh, so I was actually listening to Joe Rogan the other day, and he had Neil deGrasse Tyson on, and they actually were started talking about the targeted ads between on Facebook and all of your devices. Joe Rogan even goes so far as saying, they're listening on the camera on your microphones at all times, and you'll get pop-ups for what things you're talking about in home, even though you're not talking to Google specifically. And Neil deGrasse Tyson said that like he heard that happens, and that's why they don't have like a Alexa or a Google Home at their place. And he's very much in the mind of not like trying to avoid this whole uh or this whole crusade that tech is going to be into immersed in your lives, right?
Okay.
And it was interesting because a few months ago, Joe Rogan had MKBHD on, and he had the opposite opinion of like, look, they have our information anyways. I might as well take as much advantage of it as I can by letting it, like, by having it tell me the traffic home, by having it tell me, when my next flight is, and, giving me updates on that stuff instead of, because it's not like they don't have the information. So why would I not bother, or why would I just avoid utilizing that myself?
In general, I would take that stance because while it is frustrating to think that privacy is breached where you don't think of it being a breach, it is convenient, it is highly convenient, and oftentimes the services are free. And so the way they run is by ads, and the way you get so many ads is they curate them, right? My biggest thing is I'm generally not saying things that I'd be concerned about it overhearing. Granted, we only have one in our home, so it's not even that it could hear most of the things we say. It's only in the living room, so it's probably more than anything here in our TV. Besides that, my biggest concern would be confidential conversation. So if it was true that devices are listening more than just like a Google Home or the Alexa, similar devices, those you kind of almost expect it. It could still breach confidentiality. That is a good thing to keep in mind, for sure. I would hope that our phones don't have mics that are listening all the time, because literally,
well, they have the OK Google thing.
It's on the phone, and only if you say OK Google does it supposedly listen. But
it's listening all the time for those words, but then supposedly it's not sending that unless it hears those words, it's not sending anything to servers. Now, Joe Rogan and a few others claim that it is actually sending that because they've
gotten marketing based on they haven't said.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I haven't encountered that firsthand myself.
I haven't either, and so I'm still skeptical on that. But there have been other situations where Google Home has accidentally turned on and listened to things that people didn't want them listening to.
Yeah, I think that the biggest thing is that companies have to be transparent. If they are listening, people have the right and need to know that. Again, there are confidential conversations on a daily basis that happen, and if my phone were actually listening, I wouldn't be able to take my phone to work, for example. Like that it's not worth having the convenience of a phone if it really puts your job at jeopardy.
So, yeah, I agree. Like, it seems that if what they're saying is true, that it is spying all the time, then that is like a no-go. But when it comes to the Google Home, right, it tells you like when it's listening, you have the lights lighting up, and there's usually like a little ding sometimes that way, so you know when it's actively listening to you and sending stuff. And yeah, I'm in the mind like it's gonna happen anyways. There's not really much we can do about it unless you just go off the internet altogether. And this is kind of our fault for like wanting a free internet, right? We don't pay for Facebook, we don't pay for YouTube, we don't pay for Google, so they have to monetize it in a way where, and this is what they found was, you know, being able to sell targeted ads which are more effective, right? Like you can pay,
well, and for people too, for consumers, a lot of times those ads are more effective.
This was also the other thing that Neil deGrasse Tyson said about it was, if you go, if he's in the mind, if I go to a store and somebody tells me or asks me if I'm, you know, if they could help me look find something, then I will probably spend less at that store than if they left me alone, because they robbed me of the opportunity of browsing, was the way he put it. He might have found something that he didn't even know he wanted.
And that might be for some people. I'm either in the mindset that I'm going to browse and it doesn't matter if this person talks to me or not, or I'm in the mindset that I need to get the thing and get out. Like, and if I know where it is, great. If not, I'm going to ask some. People asking me at a store doesn't. And he's probably right that on the internet, some people will be more likely to browse, but the ads aren't looking for people who are browsing. They're trying to present things that you might be tempted to get or are likely to get, and then now it's making it more convenient, or they might be offering you like a discount, some kind of deal, and or they're just shoving their brand in your face, and so that when you think of that item, you think of their brand.
Yeah, and I mean, it's more cost effective, the targeted ads, for the companies too, right? Before they had to spend lots of money to reach a wide audience to hit only a certain target. Well, now they can go spend that money on that specific target and get more bang for their buck. More of those people will buy the products, and you get a larger percentage back, essentially.